Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Nikki and this is Messamaholic. In today's video, I'm going to talk to you guys about essential oils, why I started using them and bringing them into our household, and also why I chose Young Living over all the other companies to help me do that. So first and foremost, I decided that we were going to live this non-toxic lifestyle about 2.5, almost 3 years ago. Right around the time I found out that I was pregnant with Raiden. Honestly, it was a pretty straightforward decision. I just thought that it was worth the investment for me to just take the extra time, do a little bit of research, you know, take our health and wellness into our own hands and take it seriously. But on top of that, now, you know, at that point we were getting ready to bring our child into our life. So I wanted to set good examples and set a good foundation for him as well, so that he always kept his health and wellness in mind and continued to have that kind of mindset and that mentality long after he moves out of our house and long after we're gone. So I thought, you know, this is something worth taking a look into. So basically, in the beginning, a lot of my research led back to essential oils. When I was looking up cleaning products, it led back to essential oils. When I was looking up, you know, air fresheners and how to just like freshen up your home, went back to essential oils. Talking about pain medication, you know, like Advil, Tylenol, and back to essential oils. Lotion, skincare, back to essential oils. So I obviously was like, okay, everything's leading me to here. I'm gonna go ahead and take a look at these. But as I was doing research on just essential oils, there's a bajillion amount of studies and articles and information in general about essential oils that it is really overwhelming. And then on the other hand of it, there's conflicting information. Like there's information saying that you should never put essential oils on your skin without a carrier oil, and then there are some articles saying that it's better to do it without a carrier oil. Like there's just so much conflicting information about how to use it, who should use it, when you should use it. So I'm like, if something that is naturally made shouldn't have like a manual to come with it. Like that doesn't make any sense to me. I don't understand why it's so difficult to figure out how exactly to use an essential oil. And that kind of turned me off on the whole thing. Like I was like, maybe this isn't for us. Like this is like some scientifical just junk. Like I don't want to deal with it. And at that point I kind of like gave up. I really only used my essential oils that I had for cleaning products and for diffusing it and just to make my house smell good. That was basically it. I kind of stopped doing more research because I had no motivation to do it anymore. And all of that conflicting information just kind of turned it off for me. And so I one day was on Instagram and started talking to somebody about their essential oil display. And there's a bunch of Young Living essential oils. And we got to talking about Young Living and I was like, you know, honestly, I've heard about it. I didn't really think that it was for me because I'm not willing to pay that much money for one bottle of essential oil. Like I just don't understand what the big hype is. And she basically was like, of course it's expensive because you're paying for the quality. Like what you pay for is what you get. So if you're gonna go to Walmart and get a $3 oil, you're gonna get $3 quality. But if you go and you spend the money on this oil that you know is actually gonna benefit your health, then yeah, you want to spend the extra money on it because it's an actual investment on your wellness. And I was like, all right, maybe she's onto something. And then we started talking about why the Young Living oils were so superior to all the other oils, because I didn't understand that. Like I thought in my mind all essential oils were made the same. Like maybe there's a couple things that were different, but it's an essential oil. Like there should only be one way to make it, right? But she talked to me about the seed to seal quality commitment that Young Living has, meaning that everything that they sell to you, everything that is on their website is 100% safe and plant-based, organic for everyone in your family to use. There's no hidden added things to it. There's no question about how it's made. There's no question about where it's made. It's completely transparent. So there's no, it takes the second guessing out of it. There's no extra research that has to be done. You just it's something you can trust. And it's something that you can even go and check up on. You can go visit the Young Living farms right now and see how they're harvesting their lavender, and see their distillery, and see everything. So you have that transparency. You don't have to worry about if that product is high quality, because you already know that it is. That was something that I didn't know about Young Living, and that was also something that was really important that I didn't really know was important, if that makes any sense. Like, I wasn't really looking for that kind of quality commitment from any of the other companies that I was purchasing from, because it just didn't cross my mind. But once she told me that, I was like, oh my God, like, why aren't all companies doing this? Like, this makes perfect sense to me. Then we started talking a little bit more about essential oils, and I'm like, all right, that's awesome, that's great. So I can trust these oils, but I still don't understand how to use them. I still don't understand how they benefit me, or how they can benefit my family. Like, how do I apply them to my life? And she's like, well, that's something that you kind of have to figure out for yourself. That's part of the experience, and that's part of the journey with essential oils and the non-toxic lifestyle. Just kind of trial and error. But with Young Living, there's this whole community behind it, full of people who have been using the oils for years, and people who are just now starting out, just like you, who are sharing their stories and sharing the recipes that they're using, and sharing, you know, why they're using these oils and how they're benefiting you. And you can kind of bounce ideas off of people, and you can be inspired by people and motivated by people. And that was another thing that I wasn't looking for before, but I knew that I needed. Like, I needed somebody to kind of give me the push and to kind of show me the way of essential oils. But I also knew that everybody's different. Everybody reacts to things differently, and everybody has different stress or different needs in their life. So something that works for somebody isn't necessarily going to work for me. But having that inspiration and having that kind of like guidance is definitely helpful for somebody who's just now starting out with essential oils. All right, so another thing that she brought up to me was about how changing this lifestyle is something that you have to do slowly. Like, it's not an overnight type of thing. And I was like, yeah, I know, you know, that's what I'm trying to work towards as well, but it's also overwhelming because I want to change everything. I want to take all the toxins out of this house and get rid of them now and replace everything. But one, that's extremely expensive. Like, who can afford that? And two, that is overwhelming because you will be going insane trying to go through every single inch of your house and get them all gone within one day. So she told me about the Essential Rewards program that Young Living has. Basically what it is every single month I can go and order some products from Young Living, and it'll get sent to my house. I get a bunch of freebies with it, and there's all sorts of perks. I will do a whole other video on ER separately, I promise. But basically she told me about this because she said, I use Essential Rewards for my ditch and switch every single month. So 1 month I'll take a look at a specific routine or a specific room in my house. So like my hair care routine, or our kitchen, the things that we're using in our kitchen, or our skincare routine. And I'll pick one of those routines, one of those rooms every single month. I'll go through all the things that are in that room or within that routine, see what things I need to take away and ditch because they have all those chemicals in it. And then I'll go search on the Young Living website, see what products they have, and if there's anything that I can replace from that website, I'll add it to my ER order, and then boom, it gets into my house. I don't have to worry about it. Then I can focus on the next month. What am I going to work on the next month? So you're slowly working your way through your house, but you're not going to be overwhelmed doing it. And at the same time, you're getting benefits with the Essential Rewards program, like free oils, and you're getting money back as well. So you can use those for other purchases that you have with Young Living. So it's basically like you're getting rewarded for slowly going through your house and ditching and switching. Yeah, I'm all about that. So by the end of this conversation that I had with her, I realized that Young Living was hitting boxes for the tools that I needed to start this non-toxic journey that I didn't even know were on my list. I had a community of people that I could go to and have full support and be motivated by. I had the ability and, you know, the tools that I needed to do it slowly so I don't get overwhelmed. But then also I had the transparency of the company so that everything that I am switching into my house, everything that I am now bringing into my home, I trust 100%. I don't have to do extra research. I don't have to look for extra articles. I don't have to scan it with a Think Dirty. I trust it. I know it's safe for all of us. So that kind of assurance and that kind of quality, I guess, were things that were on my list that I didn't even know that I should be looking for. And once I realized that Young Living offered all of those things, and then even to boot that I could make some money from doing this and I could be providing an extra income for my family, it was done. It was done for. Where do you sign me up? That was all that I needed. So I've only been a member with Young Living for about 3 months, almost 4 months now. And I originally started with the premium starter kit. I wanted to get those into my, like the oils into my house and get the other oils that I was using that was purchased from some other companies that I don't necessarily trust out of the house first and foremost, for a couple of reasons. One, because I love diffusing oils. That is like my favorite thing to do. I diffuse oils all day, every day. But two, because I wanted to use these essential oils and start using them topically so that I could kind of get ahead and get support with some sleep support and some emotional support, and use them for Raiden as well. And I heard amazing things about some of the oils that came in the premium starter kit, like Peace and Calming is fantastic for toddler tantrums. Lavender and the Valor that is in there are fantastic for emotional support. And then lavender as well as the Peace and Calming, and I think there was lavender and Peace and Calming are really good for sleep support as well. So the fact that I could get all of these oils that could help different areas for us right away was like a given. I wanted to go ahead and get started with that. But now, since I have those oils and I'm already, you know, working on those areas of our life, I can start ditching and switching products in our actual home. So the first thing that I got that was non-oil related was the Thieves Household Cleaner, and added that to my cleaning arsenal of baking soda, vinegar, castile soap, and distilled water. And that's all that I use to clean my entire house. So I know 100% everything I'm using to clean our house is 100% organic. There's no problem, if, ands, or about it. So now that that is done, I can use my next ER order to work on another area of my house, which I'm gonna be doing our bathroom, probably our like bathroom, like shampoo, conditioner, and body wash, and then maybe skincare. Maybe all at the same time. But now I can like slowly work on each one of my rooms in my house and each one of our routines, and I can start getting that stuff out and making sure that it's all organic, plant-based, non-toxic items, which is amazing. That's my goal. That's what I wanted to do. And I think that was another thing that was like super important that I had no idea about Young Living. It is way more than oils. Way more than oils. You can find support for everything in your household: cleaning, skincare, hair care, makeup, there's supplements, there's everything. So I thought that was really important, that it was also kind of like a one-stop shop for me, so I didn't have to go anywhere else and worry about anything. So I could just get all that I needed from Young Living sent to my house, and I don't have to go anywhere. Now that I'm heading in the right direction with this non-toxic journey that I'm on, I have found a new passion with sharing it with people. I want everyone else around me to be living a non-toxic life. That might be selfish of me, but I want all those toxins out of your house, like right now. Let's get it going. So I think all of my friends will tell you, like I've been sending one of my friends like those Think Dirty app like screenshots of all of the things she uses in her house. I'm like, look at all this fragrance, get it out, girl, toss it. Okay, so when you are ready to get started with Young Living and start ditching and switching all of the stuffs in your house, then you can hit the link down below in the description box, or you can head over to my Instagram at messymamaholic and let me know, and I'll help you get started. Comment down below, let me know if you are not a Young Living member already, and if you aren't, Why? What is holding you back? Let's chat about it. And if you are a Young Living member, let me know what is your favorite non-oil Young Living product. Alright guys, I think I've rambled for long enough. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to also hit subscribe as well as the bell so you can get notified with every single new video that I have coming to you. And head over to my Instagram, follow me, and send me a DM saying hey so we can get connected. Thank you so much guys, I'll catch you in the next one.